Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the Arrma fire team. Well guys, before we get too much further, and as always, I would like to take just a second to say thank you for stopping in and taking a look at another one of my videos. And if this does benefit you in some way, do please consider giving me a thumbs up and a subscription. That would really help me out. Well, with that out of the way, what you see in front of you here is the new Arrma 1/7 scale fire team. Now, starting with the body, this is a very unique take on a side-by-side featuring one driver and 3 passengers. Now, these passengers are holding machine guns, and you can see they are flexible, so everything is kind of pivoted and hinged, and they're mounted. I don't know if this is coming out well on camera, but there's a screw that's located here that will mount the gun to the hands. So I'm not sure how durable this will be because this stuff does move quite a bit. So if it takes an impact here, that might be the only thing worth mentioning from a durability standpoint on the body. The body is held down with these 3 body clips. There's 2 back here and of course 1 up here in the front. There's a lot of unique mounting stuff underneath this shell, which of course I'll show you in a moment. And this body does come in 2 colors, the black one that you see here, as well as kind of a snow camo. That one is pretty cool as well. Looking at the underside of the body, there are these holes featured on the side of the roll cage, as well as reference pins on the chassis to help align it. And there's also a unique assembly here on the front of the body, featured right here, that will go across the shock tower. So that's nice to kind of help get things aligned and keep the body nice and sturdy. The transmitter that's featured in this model is the SLT3 controller, with its 3rd position switch operating the brake. Now, this is a little bit of a letdown because I would have really liked to have seen the DSM controller with the telemetry and the ABC for this price point. On the chassis front and rear, you can see these unique kind of shaped almost teeth that are on the bumper on the front. And there's also that same kind of feature here on the back. That is a reference holes for the roll cage itself to sit in to help keep things rigid front and rear. And these are those reference pins I was telling you about on the sides that will help you line things up and again keep the body nice and rigid. The electronics featured in this model are the Spectrum S652 Metal Gear Servo, as well as the Firma 1/8 scale ESC and a Firma 2050 kV motor. At the rear of the model is a S650 servo that is for the rear braking assembly should you want to pitch this thing sideways. Looking at the front end of this model, you can see the pivot ball suspension as well as metal CV axles. There are threaded aluminum shock bodies as well as sway bars. The rear end has similar treatment as the front with metal axles as well as threaded aluminum shock bodies and sway bars. The tires featured in this model are a unique tire to this model, and they're very similar to the tubeless tires that are featured on some other tactical vehicles. These are 17mm hexes, and the tire diameter comes in at 7 5/8 inches. Now, I have small issues with this, as this seems rather unique as far as size goes, so finding an aftermarket tire might be a little challenging. The wheelbase in this model comes in at 16.5 inches, and the ground clearance comes in at 3 3/8 inches. And the track width of this model comes in at 17 inches. Now, with all the spec stuff out of the way, let me give you the silent tour. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at Arrma's newest release, the Fire Team. And if you have, do please consider giving me a thumbs up and a subscription, as well as don't forget to hit that bell if you want to see the future content. Well, that'll wrap it up for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one.